Hello and welcome to my first video. I'm going for it. I'm not even going to bother editing this. This is my first vlog. So I started blogging a few years ago, okay, about 6 years ago, and I wanted to share with my friends and family our life, basically. Ethan was born in 2010 with a rare genetic disorder called ARX. However, he wasn't diagnosed until he was 2 years old. He was just 4 days old when he had his first seizure, which was very scary. I didn't know what was going on. I shouted for his dad to make it stop because I didn't know what my tiny baby was doing. He got worse, his seizures became more seizure-like, and he was admitted to hospital. He was very, very poorly. He had lots of tests done. They checked for meningitis. They looked for different metabolic disorders. They tested for blood disorders and general illnesses, and nothing came back. Because his seizures were so bad, they put him on seizure medication. All his CT scans were, no, wouldn't have been CT, would have been MRI. So all his MRIs were clear. His brain is completely normal. There's no lasting damage from his birth. No sign of cerebral palsy. So it was a bit of a mystery to us. We carried on our normal life. Ethan had up to 15 seizures a day. He would have a seizure, have a feed, go to sleep. Wake up, have a feed, have a seizure, go to sleep. And that would kind of be his daily routine, really, as a baby. He then progressed a little bit. He started being aware of the world around him. And, started chatting a little bit, smiling. Ethan was 6 months old for his first Christmas, and he was extremely poorly, and unfortunately he lost a lot of what he'd already learnt. He stopped smiling, he didn't get to laughing stage, he didn't sit up, couldn't hold his own head, and it was a long time before some of those skills came back. Ethan was probably just over a year old when he started properly smiling and laughing again, which was really hard to see your tiny baby go backwards. He didn't develop head control straight away. He couldn't sit up. He still can't to this day, actually. He very occasionally shows us that he can sit up on his own, and then he doesn't do it again for a while. But we work on his core strength every day. So getting him to stand up, getting him to walk in lift pants, getting him to walk in his walking frame, lying on his tummy, all of those sorts of things build up his tummy strength. So he's now 8, he'll be 9 in July this year. He has worked incredibly hard on his head control. We went for some paid therapy, which has brought on his head control, and he's probably at about 85-90% head control now. Still lags a bit, and he still flops down, but nowhere near as bad as it used to be. He can steady it himself and bring his head back up, which is fantastic. His arm control we're still working on, but his hands are open and he's able to grip things now. He can't spontaneously sort of pick something up and bring it to his mouth, but all skills that we're working on all the time. Seizures are fairly under control, but have periods where they're not. He still has daily seizures, so we have sort of absences, or so that's where he stares, so he'll stare for a bit, or he'll have a gelastic seizure, which is a laughing, or we have an autonomic, I don't know if that's the right word, seizure where his heart rate increases and he cries. And then he has dicrastic seizures, where he will cry and his heart rate. So I don't know if I've said all of that right. So those are the sort of little ones that he has, and then he has large seizures where his heart rate will increase. He will stare and be kind of pretty much out of it with those ones, and his body will jerk with those. Gasp for air, and those are the ones that need rescue meds. The little ones sometimes do if they last longer than 5 minutes. So we have a rescue med procedure, which after 5 minutes he has midazolam, which should bring him out of a seizure. If he doesn't, we go a further 10 minutes, and then he has another shot of midazolam. So that's that. He has a vagal nerve stimulator which sits in his chest here and attaches to the vagus nerve in his neck. Now that sends shocks through the vagus nerve into his brain to limit the amount of brain activity, so seizure activity, not actual brain activity, so seizure activity in his brain to limit the seizures. Now, since he's had that in, so it's now been 2 years he's had that in, and his seizures the big seizures have decreased. So the severity of them are, well, they're not as bad as they used to be. He's needing less medicine and less hospital emergency trips with those. But he now has a lot more smaller seizures more frequently. So it's a lot better, a lot less medicine, but when he's poorly, his seizures go through the roof. So we've just started some clobazam, which is an extra rescue med that we're going to use. So when he's poorly or down or run down, we give him the clobazam for a few days, and it should settle the seizures, and then hopefully will limit the amount of hospital emergency trips that we need. Ethan has a gastrostomy tube which goes in his tummy, so it goes straight into his stomach, and it's a tube that we put medicine and water through. Now Ethan eats an oral diet, a blended diet, and then some soft foods he can eat. That kind of varies day to day as to what he can manage. He has a safe swallow, so that's all fine, but he doesn't like to drink. He doesn't like anything to drink. We've tried water, we've tried squash, we've tried juices, we've tried milkshakes. Milkshakes I drink a little bit more of now. So the tube went in 3 years ago, and that means that I can get fluid into him all day, and I don't have to stress about him getting dehydrated. His medicines go straight in through his peg as well, and that means that it's taken the pressure off his mouth, so he's been able to eat a lot better since then. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. We still do therapy every day with Ethan. We encourage everything we can. Ethan's disorder, ARX, or Aristalus homobox disorder, is a rare disease. It's a rare genetic disorder, which is a life-limiting disorder. So Ethan may not live into his adulthood life, and may have a short life. We don't have a life expectancy for him, but we know that he probably won't make it into his adult life. So we live every day as it comes. We just take every day as if it, could be our last with him. Make everything special. So this is kind of the first vlog, and what I want to do is bring you along on our journey and show you what we get up to with Ethan, and kind of raise awareness of Ethan's disorder, raise awareness of Ethan's disabilities, and that he's normal like everyone else. So yes, that's kind of where we are. If anyone would like anything covered, obviously it's just a start, so there will be a lot that I will cover, but if anyone wants anything specific, please comment below and let me know. And yeah, we look forward to having you join us. Please click the subscribe button and the notification button as well, and then you'll know when we upload. I don't know how often I'll be uploading at the moment, but hoping at least once a week, possibly twice a week. So yeah, this is it for now. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to getting to know you all as well as we hope you get to know us.